Hello and welcome everyone to this week's Dragonfable. We are going to be doing last week's last mission, but the reimagined version. Last week to be honest, I rage quit because I really don't like the writing. And Dove and the Dragonfable team really saw fit to have this week's, last Friday's Reimagined be the mission that we were on. So let us find out what it is in this timeline. Let's see. The Solanesca. The Kara quests. We got Supply and Demand as our new reimagined. Lest you wonder, Princess Melissa has agreed to join our cause, and she's not the only one, unfortunately. With so many refugees and now soldiers rejoining the resistance, we're running low on resources. I've called a meeting to hopefully address the situation, and I'd like you to attend, Jaina. An unfortunate amount of lag is present in this questline, but yeah. The Dravir need more room, Kara. The current arrangements are too cramped for their wings. I think I could arrange that. And what of the Clarkin? Our young have too few safe places to spend their energy. The resistance forces grow by the day as well. Foraging in the swamp may work for some, but keeping an army supplied will take more than that. Much more. Why am I even here? Melissa, you got the message then? Yeah, so what do you need me for? As you can see, Soloneska is facing a number of logistical problems. The surrounding swamp is dangerous, and expanding our territory too quickly may draw unwanted attention. We're also struggling to keep everyone fed and safe. We have many refugees and soldiers, but we don't have the systems in place to support them. And? Well, I thought since you're a princess, you might have some insight in how best to proceed. I apologize if I presume too much. This has all been swept up in the wind much quicker than I had anticipated. Never had much interest in the whole leadership thing. I see. What about asking Falconreach for help? Aren't they already providing weapons and supplies? Maybe they could take in a few more refugees and provide some spare food. That's true. We could ask them for more help. Maybe an alliance? Well, they're currently provisioning us with resources they're not supposed to be. King Altian's protection of Falconreach from Rose interference came under the stipulation that they do not outright oppose the Rose. The Rose can't interfere with Falconreach, and Falconreach can't interfere with the Rose. Asking them to take a larger, more obvious role in, the resistance could bring that delicate balance crashing down. But they're already accepting refugees, aren't they? Even if we can solve that issue, that would be a step forward. Bashaku, what do you think? Would your people be comfortable moving to Falconreach? In all truth, I can only imagine that most would prefer to take their chances in the swamp than to move into the city of humans. Our traditions and connection to nature is important to us. surrounded by dead stone and dead trees, would cause great distress to many. I understand, Bashiko. We will not force the Cloakin to leave, but for those that can or are willing, this could be a promising option. Unless we can secure the route, it will be a tough proposition. Many who lost everything risked their lives to end up in Solneska. Asking them to brave the swamps and face the unknown once again? I'd say do what you have to do. What's the point of building a resistance, breaking people out of prison and saving people from the rows, if you can't be bothered to risk more to defend them? Yes, you're right, Melissa. I don't think there's any love for the rows in Falconreach. I'm sure they'll do the best to help if we asked. Well, being the hero of Falconreach, I think we can trust your judgment on that. I mean, I'd have to ask Ash, and I'm not sure what the Guardians are up to these days. What a wonderful idea. If you could establish a more formal dialogue with Falconreach, I'm sure they'll listen to you. You can't, like, send a magical message or a letter or something? It wouldn't have the same impact as you and Fluffy, the heroes, in person. Or Dragon. Here, let me draft the letter for you to deliver to Ash. And of course, since we're trying not to draw attention to yourselves, I suggest you and Fluffy avoid the main road if possible. Of course, I'm doing all of this again, and of course. So, yeah, this is, let's summon Dragon Espat. Yeah, this is the reimagined version of the previous one where everyone was complaining and no one was doing anything, and still they all thought that Kara was a good leader for some reason. So yeah, I prefer this one a lot. Though part of the reason is also that this one just has amazing atmospheric music. And of course, Fluffy is doing an amazing job. Yeah, I just did this this one last Friday when this got released, because I always play the different missions on release and make at least one attempt at a in challenge, though not always. Though I'm not always as successful, really. I still enjoy them. And if we're all caught up on the story at the end of all this, then yes, I will also be doing that as my main draw. I will take 2 hours, spend them on the mission, the reimagined, or the current in challenge. And if I have time left over, I will do some older in challenges on my main account though, because I don't want to spend 600 days feeding Fluffy. I already fed Reeve for 600 days. But the reimagined, the different missions, everything like that, will all be done on this account, this character first. So that will be fun. Ooh, that was a good critical. also in this week's release was the I thought it was quite surprising, the reforged Chrono classes, the Chronomancer and Chrono Corruptor, which aren't great classes, but they're still classes, and they are still viable classes. Some are surprisingly viable at times. What with Astral Codex managing to do the Fallen Duo with the Chrono Corruptor, which is widely regarded as the worst calendar class there is. Mainly because it is a slightly worse version of the Chronomancer. But they managed, Astral Codex managed to still beat Fallen Purpose, which, to be honest, was amazing. But yeah, this is us in Falcon Reach. We just arrived. Hero, huh? Hero or errand girl? Ah, Jaina, welcome back to Falcon Reach. What was that you're muttering about? Oh, nothing. How has Falcon Reach been? Surprisingly peaceful. Any word from our friends? That's actually why I'm here. I have a letter for you from Kara, somewhere in my bag. No, that's not it. You might recognize some things in here. No, that's not it either, and that's not, no. No. Ah, here it is. A little squashed, a little... What is that? Should still be readable though. Let's take a look. I see. Can you give me a day or two? I'll have to set up some meetings, discuss matters with the Guardians. Of course, I'll just be staying at the inn, resting. Sounds like you deserve it, Jaina. I'll do what I can and pull what strings need to be pulled. I'll do my best to see that Seleneska will have Falcon Reach's full support. And that is it. Last week, this was the cloak for the rose bad guy that got, written out of existence. Now, it's just a lost woven rose cloak. A small S is embroidered in there. Hopefully Ash can get everything sorted. Time for some long-deserved rest in the meantime. And we got the level 20 version. These are indeed leaving soon. Very soon, in fact. Unfortunately, these are free because it was a merge item. Let's see what we can do then. I think that I could show you where you can get the Chronomancer and Chrono Corruptor. This is in Falcon Reach. You might have seen me walk past it a few times. This is Strike. Or Strikey. Hey, I ain't ever seen your face before. I'm Strikey, a traveling merchant. Lay it on me. From the dawn of time I came, lived many lives, fought in many wars. But that's a story for another time. So yeah, this is Strikey. The strange weapon you're referring to in the questions is the weapon his previous model had. And here you can buy things with hero points. You can buy things in the shop. The Dragon Control Sword, for example. Or Dage's Desolation. This is a golden or mystical-like version of Dage's weapon. Mystical Katana. another light weapon. You can buy those, so that's about it. Then the classes. You can buy here the Shadow Mage armor, Shadow Rogue armor, and Shadow Warrior armor for 5 hero points. And the Reforged Chronomancer and Chrono Corruptor time. Then there is the DC shop, where you can get it for 4,000 Dragon coins. Not too unreasonable a price. And you can get the Shadow Armor token here. So you can change your Shadow class, which allows you to have a different base class and a special effect when you're using the cloak scrap item. Then there are the different weapons you can get from different Hero Mart items, which is the physical merch shop. That's basically his entire purpose. He's just a representation of the physical merch shop. And the one who handles it, I believe. Now then, what I also needed to do here, I believe I do have some stats to train. No, I don't. Huh, weird. Anyway, there is now the question of what I should do. I could go ahead and skip forward a bit to the nest, though I don't know if we can already do this. And then, unfortunately, we will have to work with the old timeline. But first, let's go ahead and do the nest. It is in Kringard, the nest. A quiet location in the forest, unless you count the sounds of children playing, often heard here. Well then. Oh, hey Jaina. Yeah? Glad I caught you. A letter arrived from you. Really? I didn't expect anything. What does it say? Read for yourself. To the hero of Falconreach, let me introduce myself. My name is Messini, and I run a small orphanage north of Swordhaven. I have heard word that you had a couple of run-ins with some less than favorable Rose members. Because of that, I would like to invite you to our orphanage, the Nest, to see the good we're doing. The children would also enjoy a local celebrity visiting them. I hope you'll be able to pay us a visit sometime. Best regards, Massimi. Do you think you can trust us? I don't know, but it's worth a shot. But what if it's a trap? If it's a trap, I'm prepared for it. That makes sense. Just be careful out there. Of course I will. Good luck then. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, 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 bam. I still so enjoy these calmer songs. Or actually, just a slight hint on what we're going to be facing at times. Not right now though. For now, this is enough. And then we have a level up. 5 more stat points to put into this song. Oh yes, right. Elementals. There it is. Why did I misclick? Bum 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 ba da da dum bum 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 ba da da dum bum 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 ba da dum bum 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 bum. Sorry if you had to hear that. Terribly, terribly sorry. Not really, but I have fun memories of spending quite some time in the mail mission, which, if you've played Dragonfable around the time that was one of the newer missions released, that mission on release, or at least when I played it, I thought it was really fun to just deal with all the enemies and face off against the diverse cast of gorilla fans and of seed spitters. And DOT finishes off the little beast. Let's see if this is enough. Yes, it is. And a gorilla fan. So sad that we don't see more of these anymore. But to be fair, the design is a bit dated. Still, I quite like it. And that's that. Welcome to the nest. Finally found it. Oh, no, Mish was right. I'm doomed. I'm so sorry for running into you. We were just playing over there and... Ouch. Wait, you're Jaina, aren't you? That's right. Wow, we've heard a lot about you. Some of us were saved by your deeds. Is that so? I'm glad to hear that. Timothy, where are you? I'm over here, Miss Grace. Oh my, could this be Jaina? That's right, Jaina is really here. Grams? You look just like... No, it can't be. Is something the matter? It's just you look like somebody that I used to know. I get that a lot, but I'm afraid I haven't met you yet. I see. My name is Grace, and this little hurricane is Timothy. But you can call me Timmy if you'd like. A pleasure to meet both of you. So well-mannered. I'm afraid Miss Timmy is out on an errand for a bit, but she should be back soon. That's no problem. Would you like a tour in the meantime? I'd like that. Let's hide our home. Be polite. And these are the children's bedrooms. Where did they all come from? Oh, from all over lore. Missimi is always traveling around to save kids from certain situations. Situations? Most of the kids here lost their parents to magic attacks. For example, Timothy lost his parents years ago when a dragon attacked his village. It's truly a miracle he survived. By the time Missimi found him, he was starving and dehydrated. That's terrible. It's amazing that he's still such a lively kid, considering all that has happened to him. I'd say so. So, all of these children are orphans because of magic? No. Not all of them. Exactly. I saved some of these children from something different than magic. Not all monsters use magic, you know. Some are almost human. Oh, Nassimi, you're back. Yep. Sorry it took longer than I expected, but I chased away most of the pests. Our food stock should be safe for a while now. Great. I guess I'll start cooking then. Forgive my manners. As you might have guessed, I'm Messimi. A pleasure to meet you. I'm glad you decided to come over. I trust Grace explained some things to you. Sort of. She told me that you saved all of these children. In a way, since I came across some of them when I was a regular adventurer, I decided to take them under my wing. That's a noble cause, but how did you manage to build this orphanage? We traveled through Swordhaven and met Lady Jania there. She gave us shelter and heard our stories. She jumped up so fast it scared some of the kids, but within the next hour, she had ordered for this orphanage to be built. I see. I know you had trouble with us in the past, and I would be gullible to believe that it won't be happen again. But I hope you can see that a rose does not just have thorns. It also has soft petals and a pleasant fragrance. I don't know. It's all so confusing. There's so much going on right now. I understand, and I don't want you to take sides, but please keep us in mind if the time ever comes. I promise I will. Thank you. I have to say, for such a big orphanage, you have a surprisingly small number of people working here. Well, we have some help coming in, but that won't be for a while. I can stay and help here until then, if you'd like. I appreciate that and gladly accept your offer. We'll make sure you'll enjoy your stay here. Grace is an amazing cook, and the children are all very sweet. It's a deal then. Work starts tomorrow, but for now, we dine. I finally found it, and soon it will be in my possession. Let's complete the quest. Missimi seems like a good person, but who's that lurking in the shadows? Well, we got her letter. Not really worth much, but it smells nice. So, let's sell these for one final time. And let us equip the runestone for once. and save. Then we're going to the bank and to the stat trainer, and maybe if we get far enough in the main story, if we get to the main story today, we can see just who that is that appeared there. Surrender. Let's do the stat trainer. 5 points into dexterity. Whoops. This is the Irishmancer. A boss fight that was done once. Let's see. That one is nature damage, yeah. The boss fight that was done once in book 1. This is actually book 1, the Irishmancer, who appeared in some part of the story, I believe. Maybe. He was an ominous, threatening figure, and not really relevant at all. Had some cool attacks though that got later reused by some of the other opponents we were facing. Or well, the animations at least. And then avoidance. And then we will end it with a mental assassination. And as you can see, a healing path. Warlord. And yes, this is from so far back that Rose wasn't immediately hated. Or well, the name Rose wasn't immediately hated. And that level 50 was the level cap. So yeah, that's one thing you can do over there. Let's see, is this still under restoration? Yes, it's still undergoing renovations. As it did due to, you know, Zorback living there. Let's see the price. Oh, yeah, it doesn't go like that. It goes in a normal order? The nest rubber. So let's see who that ominous person was. What do you mean by I want to be a mage? Don't you know mages are scum? Yeah, magic is the reason we lost our parents. Not all mages are like that. My parents were mages, and if it wasn't for their protective spells, I wouldn't be here. You have magic goodies. I'm gonna tell you. Children, please. Why all the ruckus? Timmy has magic goodies. Did not. What's going on here? Ooh, you're in trouble. Nobody is in trouble yet. Just tell me what is going on. Timmy said he wanted to be a mage. We should stop him before he gives us cookies. A mage, Timmy? Is that true, Timothy? Yes, Miss Simi. But only to help people around me. Just like you are doing. I see. Does anyone else here feel the same? Don't be shy. If you feel the same, do raise your hands. I promise I won't be mad. That looks like enough of them. Very well. I'll report this to Lady Jania. To ask her if she can spare a magus every once in a while to teach you about magic and how to properly use it. What? I'd rather have you safely learn how to use it than to experiment with it and hurt yourself. So, you're not mad at us? I told you I wouldn't. You have a good heart, Timothy, and I know that with the right skills, you'll be able to do a lot of good. Thank you, Miss Simi. So, now that that's out of the way, let's eat. And the next day? Good morning, Jaina. I trust you slept well. I actually did. It's nice and peaceful here. That's good to hear. We try our best to keep it that way. I noticed you gave me a bit of fright when those kids were bickering about magic. Did you think I would report them to Lady Jania with ill intent? It sounds terrible when you put it that way, but in my defense, I hardly know you. I understand that way of thinking, and I thank you for not reacting too fast. May I be so bold to ask you why you joined the Rose? Well, you know most of the story. I joined the Rose when Lady Jania decided to build the orphanage. I see, but what is your personal stance on magic? It's complicated. I've seen entire towns burned to the ground, lives ruined by powerful curses. But on the other hand, I've seen healers who took care of the wounded mages who had protected their city with all they had. I can't just ignore that. So, if the kids here want to learn magic, I won't stop them. I know they're all good kids deep down, but some of have seen things many won't in a lifetime. I feel the need to guide them. That's very noble of you. Thank you, Jaina. Oh, there you are, Cole. Jaina, this is Cole. He's working as a janitor here. It's a pleasure to meet you, Cole. I don't have time for pleasantries. That's fair, I guess. No need to be so grumpy, Cole. Jaina sarcastic. Not mine. What was that? Nothing. You called me for something. That's right. I was hoping if you could take Jaina to the basement for a little pest problem. Right where she belongs, if you ask me. Cole. Yes, ma'am. Follow me, Jaina. I'm sorry I had to cut our conversation short, Jaina. It's a bussy time. I understand. I'll see you at lunch. Definitely. If you're lucky, you'll be lunch for those pests. I'll just pretend I didn't hear that. So, we got a honey guardian to deal with. Just average, everyday problems. And apparently, those bugs like walking. And that's enough to kill it. with a mental assassination. And the extra damage we deal is nicely ticking up, so one mental assassination at a time. We're winning against these bugs. But yeah, there are some of those. Oh yeah, that one is weak to fire. I forgot that these are weak to fire. 50% extra damage. Let's see if it's enough. Oh yes, it is. Let's see if we can do it from point 1. Unfortunately not. At least it doesn't deal nan damage. A Barret. Ooh. Now with that crit, we definitely have enough to deal this damage. A Barret infestation and some other creatures, but to be honest, those are usually a problem. Yeah, I know, that's horrible. And we're almost out of mana. Let me go ahead and grab the drink. And we can go ahead and deal with the last few enemies. A really powerful Honey Guardian. Damn it. Wrong attack. Oh, now it's all messed up. than this one so that the different cooldowns still line up, except for the backstab one, which is a massive missed opportunity, but well, we can't always have everything we want. And with that, we've won. Those crits won't be bothering you for a while. That's great to hear. I have to apologize about Cole though. He's lost a lot to magic and resents it now. He's an absolute sweetheart with the children though. He is. He makes all their toys and fixes the small things in the orphanage. Without him, this whole place would be in a whole different shape. I guess you really can't judge a book by its cover, huh? You have no idea. So, how about we have some What was that? Sounds like trouble. Let's go. Where is it? I know it must be here. Who are you? And how dare you attack this place? Silence, woman! I, the great Chevra, am not here for you! That's no way to talk to a lady. Especially one who can crush you with the bare hands. Fool! You dare challenge me! You don't look like much, so dare is a strong word. I shall not be made a mockery. I shall beat you and get what I came here for. Did he just turn into a rock? Not so tough now, are you? Please, I've seen pebbles more intimidating than you. You'll regret saying that. Jaina, can you handle this? I'll protect the kids. You got it. I'll rock this guy's world. I think you made me from angrier with that. Good. Let him lose focus. Welcome to our mysterious antagonist and the first in-fight. The first real challenge you face in an inn. Welcome to Shafa. And one of the only ones that in the inn is an actual threat regardless of its status outside of the inn. Though this specific form is what you face, it really isn't the same. So yeah, high immobility, resist, and basically that's it. His inversion isn't as easily dealt with. His inversion has an adaptive armor that is basically 100 all resist, except for the one element he is weak to at a time. And it's not like you can just use this weapon because he's also weak to stone. He's weak to not to nature. That's not to wood, I mean. That element doesn't appear as much. But he's, for example, weak to the different components of disease, sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's... He's not weak to curse though, which is what weakness seeking defaults to, if there isn't a better one. So. That's unfortunate, but that's the end fight. And he isn't as annoying as some of the other bosses can get. And he's still human, so, you know, if you have one of those. And unfortunately, that attack also exists. But yeah, there are some weapons that are way better against humans, as in 15% extra damage, which is really nice. And now we've won. And he turned into a puddle. I think I defeated him? You can never be sure with something like this. He turned into a rock before. Who says he can't turn into water? That's a good point. What could he be after? I don't know. We don't have anything of value here. I guess I'll stay here a bit longer in case he returns. Much appreciated. Messini, ma'am, is everything okay? Did you do that? What? No. Alright. I guess I'll get my toolbox. Stupid heroes. Magic willy-nilly. I swear he's a nice person. If you say so. Missimi is laughing at the sitcom nemesis that is going on here. And yeah, here you can get an oversized cutlery. And it's amazing. These look awesome and ridiculous at the same time. And they look like viable weapons. That's the worst part. Looks like you'll be here for a while longer. And we got the oversized knight spoon. So, he'll sell that toy. Let's see what price we're talking about. What price Shafra wants. Stupid hero with their stupid magic making stupid holes in my beautiful walls. Hey, cool. Good. Just what I need. More disruptions. You realize I can hear you, right? I'm counting on it. What do you want? I was wondering if I could do anything to help you. I still feel sort of responsible for what happened. So you're admitting you were the one who made this hole? What? No. I meant that bad luck and bad people always seem to follow me wherever I go. I'm sure they do, hero. But if you want to help, I could use some more logs from the forest. Sure, I can do that, no problem. Without magic. What? I don't want this building to be tainted by your stinking magic. Alright then, do you have eggs? No, just use one of your weapons. But you said you didn't want any magic on the logs? Then use a regular metal weapon. It's not that hard to get, is it? Alright, I get it. I'll be right back with your logs. Finally, some peace and quiet. I can still hear you. I know! I love this. I love the whole hilariousness of this all here. And I like the sound of fire more, so that's what this deadwood gets. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, 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 bum. So yeah, metal weapon. I have one of those. Or had. No, I have one of those. That's a rare occurrence. I usually don't have metal weapons. Let's see if this is enough. Probably not, to be honest, but good old try. Oh no, I took 70 damage. Oh no, I got a tree. I got a flying squirrel thrown in my face. There, not that difficult to say, now is it? Let's weaken that one. That was a crit. And we won in a single turn. After this, the next skill I'm going to use will be the runestone skill, because, you know, that is the new skill we picked up. So let me go ahead and check after this. That should be enough to fix the wall. That sounds like trouble. Which one of you has it? Where's my prize? Hey, how that? You must know where it is. Else you wouldn't be here. What even is it? You can't fool me, you arrogant little human. Hey, no, that's just rude. Give me my prize! It wouldn't even price you 1 gold. You'll pay for your insolence! I'd rather pay for your anger management classes. And you can, of course, get out. Ooh, so much fire damage and still no weakness to water. I am going to freeze you to cool you down, though. So yeah, this Shafra. I honestly think that his last form looks the best. I also know that his last form was a pain before just a short while ago, so let's see. Aimed. got thrown by boulders he pulled from his balls? Nah, let's not think on that. Please. And we deal damage. So yeah, about the boss fight, about the Shofra boss fight. As far as I know, his weaknesses can be any element except for wood, bacon, maybe. Curse, null, and none. And those are all his weaknesses as well. So, you know, that's also annoying. So you need a lot of different weapons. Ooh, and we got that one up just in time. Ooh, so scary. And he became the wind. Is everyone alright? Yes. I guess. Who was that? Also, yeah, randomized hair has an unfortunate implication here. What with her hair turning grey. Phew. I heard an explosion. Is anyone hurt? They're fine. Luckily I was just done with my chores. Was it that thing again? I'm afraid so. It was talking about a prize of some sort. Something he can find here? I remember he said about the same thing the last time he came around. I wonder what he meant. Timmy? Timmy! Timmy, what's wrong? The monster. It's okay, Timmy. It's gone now. No. I know that monster. I heard the second it saw it. How do you know this monster? It's the reason I'm here. Poor Timmy. The stress was just too much. What could he have meant by the reason he's here? Timmy. He has seen things no one person ever should, let alone a kid. When I found him, starved and dehydrated, he was lying outside of a charred village, grasping that keepsake of his. He was the lone survivor. But didn't you say his village was attacked by a dragon? That's what I always thought would happen. He never spoke much about it, only about how his parents protected him until the end. So, what you're saying is that monster can very well be what destroyed Timothy's village. And now it's here to finish the job? Perhaps. Do you think Timmy is the prize? I don't know what to think. I just know that there's a bad times ahead. Can I count on your help, China? Of course you can, Missimi. I won't let this thing hurt children, innocent children. Thank you, China. Now, let's take Timmy back inside. He needs his rest. What is it? You okay? Yeah, yes, it's nothing. Here, I'll take you, and I'll take Timmy. And do you? Can you get his keepsake? Of course. Let me put Timmy to bed. We have a lot of planning to do. Let's go then. So, what is it that would hurt? See me. So, and we got the molten flow ring. And is Timmy the price? That would be distressing. So, now we require reinforcements. And that means the rose, unfortunately. You should have been safe here. I take all these children here to protect them. And now danger comes looking for one of them. If he really never talked about his past experience, there's no way you could have known about this. No way to prepare. I know, but still. These children trust me, look to me for protection. I'm like a mother to them. I should protect the nest, no matter how. I may have a suggestion, but I'm not sure how good of an idea it is, seeing the organization you're affiliated with. Spit it out. I'd like to hear it. Well, as you may know, I have a dragon. Fluffy, yes, I've heard many things about them. I could try to call them in for extra protection. I appreciate the offer, but really should stay here. What if that monster attacks again and you're getting Fluffy? Oh, I don't need to leave. I just ask them to come over here. Telepathy. That can only happen when the bond between the dragon and the human is incredibly strong. Or so I've heard. So, want to give it a try? Do it. Are you sure? Cole probably won't like it. Good thing Cole doesn't have a say in this matter. Then, I'll handle him. You call your dragon. On it. Fluffy, are you there? Can you hear me? Fluffy! Fluffy is not here right now. Leave a message after the snore. Hilarious. Quit with the jokes. I need your help over here. Fine. No need to be a sorry and a cougar. What's the hurry? An orphanage is under attack by something. A monster. I fended it off for now, but there's no telling when it might return. An orphanage? That's where I keep my future minions. I'm alright. Great. I'll be waiting here. Wait, what? Onwards! Fluffy? Hello? I'll have to talk with them later about this. Some time later. Well, it wasn't easy, but I got Cole to agree to the plan. I had to appeal to his own protective feelings towards the children. That's great. Fluffy should be here any second now. Yo, what's that? Is it some kind of dog? A dog? I graze you with my present, and you dare to call me a dog? It's making such cute noises. I want to pet it. What? Keep your hands off of me. Minions! It's so cute. Who's a good dog? Yes, it's you. Cute? Cute? I am a terror! I am the destroyer of planets, your future ruler! Oh, stop it! Oh, that actually feels kinda good. Yes. A little higher? Very well. I'll destroy you last. Just keep scratching. That would be Fluffy. Looks like the kids like them. Yeah, I should probably get Fluffy before they go with the whole minion plan. Fluffy, if the fruit ruler has a moment, I'd like you to meet someone at the back of the orphanage. I'm right, on my way. Fluffy, this is Missimi. She keeps this place running. It's a pleasure to finally meet the famous Fluffy. Thanks. I assume you're the leader of this band of diminutive and rude servants? Oh, I wouldn't call them. I'm back, and this time I brought company with me. Timmy, we have to protect him. Shayna, Fluffy, can you take care of the orphanage? Company, I'll get Timmy out of here. Wind. So lucky. Let's see, electricity if I recall correctly. Energy isn't a minus 200. I like those minus 200 resists. Ice or... yeah. I said minus 200, not 200. Oh yeah, these might actually have the different effects as well. Yes, they do. Okay. Water elementals, when they attack, heal. Earth elementals, when they attack, defend. And they get a pretty decent shield, so long as they keep on attacking. So yeah, that's annoying at times. Then there are also the energy elementals. They hit, and they hit hard, and that's all they do. But they're good at it. They're really, really good at it, which is the annoying part. These don't hit that hard, but there are variants of them where they hit 200, 300 damage. That's annoying. That is really, really annoying. A wind elemental. Unfortunately, I don't have anything that's really good against them because we're with the nature orb, not the stone one. Okay, choice to make between this one. Yeah, this one is the one that's going down. Wind elementals also defend in that they make it really hard to hit them. These earth elementals get a BPD shield, I believe, so they take very little damage. Wind elementals get an MPM shield, they take no damage. Yeah, no. Yeah, these get an MPM shield, avoidance. I like this color. Let's see if my bonus can't deal with that. Ooh, and the shield healing. Also, yes, pets have a plus 75 natural bonus. elementalized towards energy. And it heals. But it does not heal enough. You're too late, Blackhead. We took Timmy out of here. What? And now I'm about to open a can of food on you. So yeah, Crystal. McCrystal? This monstrosity. Crystal Elemental, is that what he tried to become? Well, at least it'll be easy to deal with. Oh, this is lightning, apparently. Or energy. Or he's just hitting me back with what he's been hit with. No, he's just being random. That always looks so weird, facing left, but you can't always do anything about it. My shield has run out, so let's make him less likely to hit me. And yeah, that's why Cryptic is regarded as one of the best classes that isn't DC bot. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson? As long as I'm here, you won't get your precious prize. You won't get to me. You thought that stupid child was my prize. You're even more of a fool than I guessed at first. My prize is right here. The keepsake? Not just a keepsake. It's made out of the most refined dragon bane I've ever seen. I simply must have it for my collection. Collection? You attacked the Northerners for a stupid collection? Oh, I would hardly call it stupid. With this in my collection, I will be able to... Soon you will see and feel it for yourself. To repay all the trouble you gave me. Farewell. Come on. Almost. These arms are so inconvenient. Here we go. Well, that's very, very bad. And he is the notch on the belt. It's a decent belt. It's pretty decent with its all resist. Problem is that Ogorek's keepsake is better. It has the same all resist and a -10 to healing. There are others that are even better, depending on the situation. So, goodbye. And hello, 23 gold. I am also going to check how many hits what's it called? The runestone is. The runestone is a powerful keepsake that adds the Rune Blast skill. 10 hits of 30% damage, totaling 300% damage. Applies Rune Flare, a 33% magic damage DOT. Magic DOT effect to target for 5 turns. So that's really nice. And there are a few versions of the runestone, including the level 80 version that adds plus 15 magic defense and plus 10 whiz. So now let's go ahead and be prepared. So be prepared for. This is bad. We have to prepare. There's something else that worries me. So far, we have seen him transform into different kinds of elements, and it always depended on what he was holding. So, with Dragonfable, he could pose a bigger threat than ever before. Fluffy could be in serious trouble when fighting him. That's true. I can still take him. Just let me at him. I know you can, Fluffy, but still, I wouldn't want to risk it. Better safe than sorry. We have to strengthen our defenses. I'm calling a staff meeting. As you both realized, our fair orphanage is being targeted by an evil being. We have to defend ourselves without endangering the children. What's the plan? Can we use Jane as bait? Now is not the time for jokes, Cole. Although that could work. The plan is as follows. Jaina, you're our front fighter. You've fought this guy before and were able to ward him off. And I will try my best to do so again. I know you will. And you'll do a great job. Grace, I want you to take the children to the basements and prepare some games for them, to keep them calm. Certainly, there. Now, may I suggest something? What is it? Woodland creatures and animals make for such wonderful allies. Oh, I see what you're getting at, Grace. Precisely, Missy. I do have a way with animals. If Jaina would be so kind as to bring a couple of them to me, I could start training them to defend the nest. Do you think you can get that done in such a short time? I should be able to get a small group trained, at least. I understand. If you are okay with capturing some animals, Jaina, then we can do that. Of course, I'll do what I can to help. That's great. Can you also get rid of what elementals may be left from the previous attack? Will do. Suck up. Cool. Yes, man. I want you to use your amazing carpentry skills to build a barricade to protect the weak points in the building. Yes, ma'am. I do need some wood, though. So maybe Jaina can make herself useful and get it from me. Jaina? Naturally. Ma'am, if I may, wouldn't it be a good idea to ask the Rose headquarters for reinforcements? I requested reinforcements a while ago, but I'm afraid they won't be here in time. I see. I will be the second line of defense to make sure he is not able to reach the children. Is everyone clear on what they need to do? Yep. Yes, man. Yes, dear. Then let's not waste any more time. Let's go. So, some deadwood to target, some nature elementals to deal with. Burn. Water and wind. So, water and water. I did not know that nature elementals were weak to that, but eh. Okay, wind it is. Plus 50% damage means far more when you're dealing with that. And also, yeah, you're seeing the effect of his defenses being utterly ridiculous. 255. Luckily, his HP isn't. But yeah, that's why you need to alpha strike these. You basically only get through them with a crit, in which case you deal normal damage. Welcome to this wonderful world we live in. The bloat. Hi, which class is this? Well, hello, the bloat, and this is the cryptic class, which is the Atelan rogue class upgrade, which is in book 3 when you go to the anomaly. Book 2 when you go to the anomaly, you can find what exactly the class is. So you can find there what your class is as well. It's based on your base class, so the fact that I have the rogue upgrade means that my base class is rogue. Warriors get Riftwalker, which instead of this one slowly ramping up with critical boost, so dealing more criticals, warriors ramp down. They are a front-loaded class, Riftwalkers, and the mage class, the Ascendant, is all based on dealing damage in combos. Not as flexible, but far more powerful if you can get a combo off against an enemy that's weak to what you're using. Cool. I just finished book 1 and moving sequentially. Oh, that's great. Yeah. I depending on your class, Riftwalker and Ascendant are no trouble at all and don't really have any spoilers. But depending on how far you are along the book 2 storyline, about the time where you realize the true identity of the book 2 main villain, is when you can safely say that it won't spoil the the cryptic quest won't spoil the main antagonist. And then you are in book 2 right now, which is where the writing really starts to ramp up. So I am looking forward to hearing what you think of it, and also of just what your experiences are. I stream this basically every week, so if you want to talk about this every week, this time I stream. So, oh, thanks for the follow. Thanks a lot for the follow. 44th follower. So only 6 months. I also have a question. Are you in the various discords that there are? There are quite a few. I myself advise going to Falcon's Nest and going to mine, which is, well, not just a bit, it's very empty. But if you want to meet the community, you should probably go to the Falcon's Nest Discord. Let's see. Here, this is my Discord, and my Discord is very empty. And the Falcon's Nest Discord is... let's see where it is. You just wanted to have some nostalgia again after playing for 10 years. Well, this Discord that I just linked is... these Discords that I linked are really good resources as well. I can tell you what resources I use and how I fight, and the Falcon's Nest Discord is just an amazing resource where the developers are there as well at times. They do things when they want to, and they just chat with the community. If you're streaming in the Discord server, and sometimes one of the developers for Lyris just jumps in to watch you stream, and they can really do on the fly balance adjustments if Lyris thinks it's needed, which is what happened in the last big stream thing that was going on that I joined. So that was actually really fun. Yeah, it's really cool, and I really enjoy basically the entire community, though there is some issues going on at times with people being elitist towards those who can't or won't pay for the game and things like that, which is really annoying, and I think really doesn't do the game justice. But that is always a problem, even with other games. So also, if you need any help on either where to go, which can be a bit convoluted at times, or on strategies for the challenges, which are really hard challenges for endgame content, which I quite enjoy, but yeah, I can understand not everyone would want them. You can find out just what it is. And I have a bonus of 99. I will probably still fail against these defenses. This is why I dislike these fights with these elementals. I mean, in the end, it's expected that you face off against these. Let's see, though. if it requires them hitting me. To be renewed? Yes, it does. More crits, more hits, more crits, more things going through, so... Yeah, no, don't feel afraid to ask, especially in my Discord. If I don't know, I know probably a video walkthrough on how to do it, and otherwise I know who will probably know it, and I will basically answer at any time you need or want advice, and probably quite a few times you won't. And that's why DOTs are so nice, because if you get one through... Unfortunately, my crits don't seem to be cooperating. Yeah, enough defense, enough turns on the DOT that we can definitely be safe. This one's huge. I'm sure this will be a valuable asset to our defense. Giantula. Fire damage is its weakness, so let's elementalize towards dealing with that. Oh yeah, tarantulas and giantulas deal ice damage for some reason. I have never gotten a good answer as to why that was, but it's fun at least. Makes them somewhat unique and stand out from the others. Though I think the first ones to use this sprite were ice monsters, so maybe not that weird. Let's hide, and then we can go ahead and nuke. So, what class are you playing during your replay through? Yeah. So a blind to carry over in between. I really like the paladin with the enlightened version of the Doom stuff. You like the paladin with the Dragon Staff of Destiny. Yeah, that's fair. Paladin is a really good class and one of the best challenge video creators. Has a long video on why exactly the Paladin is a good class. As in, it is 2 hours long or something, wherein he used the Paladin to beat a ridiculously hard challenge. And since you can't swap your classes in between, he did that all with the Paladin. The Paladin has amazing staying power, but unfortunately it takes a while to build up, similar to the Necromancer. The Death Knight has recently been revamped to be different, actually, but it's still awesome. And this character, this Jaina, not me Jaina, that Jaina, is a rogue Death Knight, so, you know, cryptic Death Knight, really. nowadays, so that's pretty awesome. Spare wood gathered, giant spiders collected, the nest prepared. Bring it on, Shafra. And we got the rough-hewn collar. And sell it. The last quest and then the epilogue. We are leaving the nest. Are all preparations done? The animals are ready to protect the nest, dear. Oh, and I just prepared the loveliest games for the children. Fluffy and I are ready to battle as well. Great. Cole should be about done preparing the barricade. We're as ready as we can be. Shafra won't stand a chance. He's here. Him and those darn elementals of his. Let's go. Ice elementals. And 2 we haven't seen. Well, 1 we haven't seen and 1 we only saw a long time ago. In a galaxy far away. No, we didn't see them in MechQuest. We saw them facing Zen. Smoke elementals. Now, let's see what you can do with a beast tamer on your side. Simi and the hero of Falcon Reach. Charge! First, you free that one. Now then, the silver elementals. Weak to fire and weak to poison. I think these ones shield the silver elementals, and smoke elementals just become difficult to hit. No, they give it DOT. That was it. Same as fire elementals, actually. Fire elementals, dark elementals also give a DOT. Okay, water is its true weakness, so let's do that. Ice elementals can stun, which is rather annoying, but you just have to deal with that. They can't stand out. It's not 100%, and basically always you have a bit of immobility resist. So let's see what these do on attack. Well, first of all, they deal something that almost no damage. No special effects, as far as I can see. Which is unfortunate. Mental assassination against that one. With ice. And then fire turning on the other 2. Or the other types. Oh, they heal, yeah. That would be why I couldn't remember what they did. Water elementals take the place of healers in my mind. So them healing isn't something that I really remember. Like, I only remember the other ones off the top of my head that do it are the blood elementals in the infinite maze thingy majiggy. No, whatever. Water or ice. Either one is enough now. And frozen is the sometimes stun. That is, by the way, what happens to all of them. That's to all of the stuns that were implemented later. They all are more sometimes, like if you are affected by a stun, then it is a 1 in 3 chance for you to actually be stunned. Let's heal. Take this on. With a simple mental assassination. And then we go to the one that I was talking about when mentioning that sometimes there are instant nerfs. For example, this Shafra was way too powerful. And it wasn't like fun challenge powerful. This was painful grind and hope he still doesn't kill you instantly. It's the end of the line, Shafra.
Fool! Do you really think you can beat me? You and your tiny lizard!
Did
he just call me a lizard?
I think he did.
That's it! Poisonous or not, I'm gonna bite his butt!
Agreed. This is Shafra. A weakening shell, but a shell nonetheless. A weakness to poison. Unfortunately, the one poison weapon we got, I sold last time. So, let's just go ahead and do this. Yeah, the problem with Shafra was that he had too high a boost. And that one. That attack was annoying. Let's call it annoying. Luckily, we do have some poison actually. And as you can see, next turn, less. Or rather, next hit, less. So yeah, every hit, he takes more damage. Well, the next time then. Unfortunately, he himself has a plus 2 hits skill, so luckily we do have many multi-hits and many strong hits at the same time. And that would be 59, huh? Oh yeah, 1 per turn. Does he still have a DOT? Yes, he does. Let me then use this one to really weaken him. Because 10 hits will really mess that up. Aw, come on. It doesn't count. That's just sad. Let's torture. That one looks way better when you're using the daggers though. Because then it is 2 daggers going in crosswise. Instead of, you know, the tip of a spear. Or scythe, really. A rapid attack. Not rapid. Yeah, let's heal. And yes, the cryptic can steal potions, same as the rogue, but the cryptic steal is 100% chance. You just only get 2 of them in each battle. Which means that you can get up to 7 of these a battle, 7 heals a battle. And his weakening shell is gone. So, does he actually go into the minus? That would actually be really interesting. No, he does not, unfortunate. He's still dead. Or rather, we've defeated him.
But how? I'm all powerful.
And yet, here you are, kneeling before me and my lizard.
Easy there, oh mighty dragon. I won't do a thing.
I should stop doing the hero talk every time. He gets away so much, it's anticlimactic. He's a coward. He's... No! Fluffy? Fluffy!
Now that the best is out of the way, let's get rid of you!
Jaina! I'm here. What happened?
Oh no, you don't! Still got some fight in you, huh? Let's see how you like this mix. Essence of an Titan elemental combined with the purest of Dragonbane. Get Fluffy out of here. I'll handle this.
What? Are you insane? He's huge. Let me help you.
This is something you can't do without Fluffy. Don't worry about me. That's unexpected, but you're still mismatched.
Damn it. I missed that. Are the children safe? Yes, even if they step onto the nest. The basement will hold. She turned into a dragon. I wouldn't have believed it if my eyes weren't seeing it. Oh dear. So she went ahead and did it, huh? New Grace? I've known pharmacy far longer than the nest has existed. So yes, They knew her true form.
But he's still a dragon.
When I felt that wave of magic coming from outside, familiar magic. Oh, I do so hope that she doesn't push herself too hard. Grace, my dragon, can you help them, please? Of course, dear. We should seek shelter in the basement anyway. It stopped.
Not yet.
I think this is the first time we see the power of a true full-grown dragon. Unfortunately, it is like this. She blew up. She did it to save the children, to save her nest.
Changing exchange faces here. He's still breathing. What do we do with him?
We should make sure he has nothing else on him and tie him down until the rose arrives. I can prepare something to keep him sedated. We don't want him to be gone with the wind. And when we got near, we saw a huge dragon followed by a huge explosion. What happened here? Miss Massimi sent for us. Where is she? She was gone. She was lost in the battle. She gave her life protecting the children. I see. I'm sorry to hear that. We'll make sure that to let headquarters know about this, and we'll make sure to honor her. We should leave some people here to help fix the damage that has been done. That's much appreciated, dears. Now, let's get this scum to Espina Rosa. That is someone who belongs in Espina Rosa. I was sure you were going to tell them, Cole. I'm sorry about that.
Don't be. I would have if it were any other person than her. She was a fine soldier and an even better person. She deserves to keep a good reputation with Rose.
Cole. Massimi was right. You are a big softy deep now. Well, I'd better bring the news to the children. They'll be heartbroken for sure.
Jaina.
What?
I don't like you. But the children seem to, so come back every now and then. Got it?
Of course.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some repairs to do. And wood carving to make.
Wood carving?
I was thinking of making a carving of a dragon to honor the fallen. To show the protection that this orphanage has.
I think that's a great idea.
Did I ask for your opinion? Now get out! Don't you have a dragon to take care of?
I do. I'll see you around, Cole. So yeah, she's arrived. Darkness and silver resistor. A fine ring, painstakingly crafted by Cole, from Simi's fallen dragon skills. As Cole says, it's something to remember her and the kids by. The level 70 version. Unfortunately, if it had been the level 90 version, I would have kept it. Even though I probably never would have used it. Because the Death Knight gear is way better at the darkness resistant. Silver resist isn't really needed. But we still have one thing to do. Even though we'll go over time, the epilogue must still be done. Because I'm not leaving you in that cliffhanger. Let's get the end of this. Grace, I got your message. Is everything alright? Did Timothy fall down well? Everything is just fine, Mary. Timothy is playing with his friends and Cole is doing his regular repairs. But your message was that something was off around here. Oh, something is off? I don't follow. We haven't had a single monster problem after you left. Not a single bandit trying to get some easy gains off a defenseless orphanage. And that's bad because usually we were safe because when Massimi was around, any sane bandit or hungry creature would think twice about attacking this place. But now, your first line of defense is gone. Exactly. I suspect there's something in the woods that keeps the other monsters away. That's oddly specific. How can you tell? The few creatures that remain, they seem frightened somehow, avoiding the deep parts of the woods. I see. Would you like me to investigate? If it's not too much trouble? Of course not. It's all in a day's work for a hero. Thank you, dearie. I'll be sure to have some cookies ready when you return. So yeah, place your bets. First 3 guesses don't count on who exactly is protecting the orphanage. And the poison took down the plant. Let's go a bit more defensive, so that we have a bit more offense to throw at the enemies. Of course, they might also just hit straight through. That. Let's see what it was that they needed to roll. They needed to roll. Let's see. 134 or higher. No, 135 or higher in order to get full damage. Because they have 9 bonus and the poison. What's. So they probably have some hidden bonus won this fight. Taking far less damage because, less stupid decisions. Let's just take out this Snapperdilla. Verdi's favorites. And then we've won. What? No. That's unfortunate, but eh. Whenever we can avoid the enemies, that's always beneficial to do that. Well, we get a bit less experience, but that doesn't really matter. And usually you get stuck in these fights anyway, which will get you more than enough experience. I had never noticed that the Unicookers had completely green eyes. I had never noticed that, and I have been playing this game for a really long time. Okay, that was the lowest I've seen with 4 stacks. And we have a cave. No big monster? No shocking surprise? Almost disappointed. I don't know what I expected. Enter. I must be crazy, but sure, why not? Miss Simi? The one and only. But I thought you were, pressing daisies 6 feet under, off to the boneyard. I was gonna say that, but well, that works too. As you can see, I'm still alive. I can see that, but why are you in your dragon form? There lies the rub. I sustained too much damage from the dragon bane, and slivers of it remain in my body. They're preventing me from going back to my human form. The best I could do was shrink down to a more manageable size. But what brings you here? Grace was worried about the lack of monsters and bandit attacks. She feared there was something big and dangerous hiding in the woods. Bless her heart, but she wasn't wrong. I'm hiding in the woods. I'm big and dangerous as well. So, you're probably the reason there's no bandits or monsters attacking the village? Guilty as charged. I may not be able to go back into the nest in this form, but I can still protect them. That's admirable. Thank you, but I get the feeling you have more to say, questions to ask. I do, but I feel they might be very personal. You have helped my nest, kept my children safe. You may ask for anything you want. In that case, so I could do all this. However, I'm 15 minutes over time, and my family is waiting on me to start barbecuing. So, if you want to know more, I guess I could do this next week as well, if you request it. But otherwise, I am going to leave now. Say that's all. Will you stay here? Yes, I will stay and protect my nest. I will keep watching over them, and please tell Grace that there's nothing to worry about. Should I tell her it's you? No, I don't want her to see me like this again. She tried to convince me to come live in the basement or something. It's possible, but alright, I won't tell. Thank you, Trina, for everything. It was my pleasure. If you ever require my help in the future, you know where to find me. Thank you, Massimi. See you around. All's well that ends well. And we got a carved dragon skull. Massimi carved this carded skull with a blessing of luck and gave it to you as a parting gift. This item requires a dragon amulet. So, I think that was a very pleasant diversion from the main storyline. So, this was it for today, and I will see you all next week.